Have you ever felt like life is moving, but you're stuck in the same place? You push, you try, you struggle, yet it feels like the breakthrough you're waiting for never comes. Maybe fear has been whispering that you're not good enough. Maybe doubt has been keeping you from taking the next step. Or maybe you've been working so hard that you're running on empty, wondering if success is even meant for you. I want you to know this right now. You are not alone, and you don't have to live limited anymore. This audiobook is not just about information, it's about transformation. It's about helping you break those walls, silence the doubts, and start building the life you truly deserve. So let's begin, because today you start going beyond your limits. You are here because deep down, you know there is more to your life than what you're experiencing right now. And the truth is, you are right. There is more. More strength inside you, more potential waiting to be unlocked, more opportunities waiting for you to step into. This audiobook is your guide, but I don't want you to think of it as a lecture or a long speech. Think of it as a personal conversation, just me and you, one-on-one, talking about the things that hold you back and the steps you can take to finally break free. In these chapters, we're going to deal with fear, doubt, and the pressure that keeps you stuck. We're going to talk about mindset, the way you see yourself and the world around you, because once you shift that, everything else begins to shift. And we're going to uncover practical ways to build the kind of success that lasts, the kind that doesn't drain you, but empowers you. By the time you finish listening, I want you to feel lighter. I want you to believe again. I want you to be ready to take action, because the life you deserve is not far away. It's closer than you think. So let's dive in. Your journey to a new chapter begins now. Chapter 1, Facing the Wall, Why You Feel Stuck. Right now, you might feel like there's an invisible wall standing between you and the life you want. You try pushing, but the wall doesn't move. You try climbing, but it feels too high. That wall represents everything that keeps you stuck. Fear, doubt, failure, disappointment, even the voices of others who told you you'll never make it. The first step to breaking through is to recognize the wall, because what you refuse to face, you can never change. Many people spend their whole lives pretending the wall isn't there. They distract themselves with work, with relationships, with busyness, but deep down, they know something is holding them back. Here's the truth. Your wall is real, but it's not permanent. The moment you decide to face it rather than run from it, you begin to weaken it. You don't have to climb it in one day. You don't have to break it all at once, but you do have to start. Take a deep breath. Think of the wall in your life right now. Name it. Is it fear? Is it self-doubt? Is it the opinions of others? Naming it is the first step to breaking it. Chapter 2, The Voice of Fear and How to Silence It. Fear has a voice, and you've heard it before. It whispers, "You're not good enough." It shouts, "What if you fail?" It warns, "Don't even try." But here's the thing. Fear is loudest when you're closest to a breakthrough. It wants to stop you before you even start. The secret is not to wait until fear disappears, because it won't. The secret is to move forward even when you feel afraid. Think about this. Every great achievement in history was done by someone who was afraid. They just didn't let fear drive their decisions. You don't silence fear by ignoring it. You silence fear by acting in spite of it. Every small step you take makes fear weaker. So today, take one step. It doesn't have to be big, just move. Because courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward while fear is still talking. Chapter 3, Escaping the Trap of Comparison. One of the biggest traps in life is comparison. You look at someone else's journey, and suddenly your own feels small. You scroll through pictures, achievements, success stories, and wonder, why not me? But here's the truth. You can't compare your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 30. Everyone has their own race, their own struggles, their own pace. Comparison steals your energy. It blinds you to your own progress. It makes you forget the small victories you've already won. The way out is to shift your focus. Instead of asking, why am I not there yet? Ask, what step can I take today? Instead of measuring yourself against others, measure yourself against who you were yesterday. When you do that, you'll realize something powerful. You're not stuck, you're growing. And growth, no matter how small, is progress. Chapter 4, The Power of Belief. Rewriting your story. Every action you take flows from what you believe about yourself. If you believe you're not capable, you won't even try. If you believe you're not worthy, you'll settle for less. Belief shapes your life more than talent, more than resources, more than opportunities, because your belief is the foundation of your future. The good news is, belief can be rewritten. Just because your past told you one story doesn't mean you can't create a new one. Maybe you grew up hearing you'll never be enough. Maybe you failed so many times that failure feels like your identity. But hear this, your past is not your prophecy. You have the power to believe something new. And when your belief changes, your life changes. So ask yourself, what story am I believing about myself? And is that story building me or breaking me? If it's breaking you, it's time to rewrite it. Chapter 5, Breaking Free from Self-Doubt. Self-doubt is like a shadow. It follows you everywhere. No matter how much you achieve, it whispers, maybe you just got lucky. No matter how much you prepare, it says, you're still not ready. The danger with self-doubt is that it keeps you playing small. You avoid risks, you avoid opportunities, you hold back your voice. But here's the truth, confidence doesn't come first. Action does. You don't wait to feel ready. You take a step and the confidence follows. Every time you act in the face of self-doubt, you weaken its grip. Every time you prove yourself wrong, the shadow grows smaller. So the next time self-doubt says, you can't, answer back with action. Show it that you can. Because freedom from self-doubt doesn't come from waiting. It comes from choosing to believe that you are already enough. Chapter 6, The Weight of Expectations. Sometimes, the heaviest burden you carry isn't your own. It's the weight of what others expect from you. Parents, friends, society, they all have their picture of what your life should look like. And when you don't fit that picture, you feel like a failure. But here's the truth. You were not born to live someone else's dream. You were born to live your own. Expectations can shape you or they can trap you. And many people live their whole lives trying to please everyone except themselves. Today, I want you to release that weight. You don't have to prove yourself to the world. You need to become the person you were created to be. Chapter 7. When life breaks you, there are moments in life when everything shatters. Dreams, plans, relationships, and when that happens, it feels like you've been broken beyond repair. But listen carefully. Being broken is not the end. Sometimes it's the beginning. Because when life breaks you, it also breaks what was limiting you. It clears the ground for something new. Yes, the pain is real. Yes, the tears are real. But so is the strength that is being formed in you. Every scar carries a story, and one day, that story will give someone else the courage to keep going. Chapter 8, Learning to Let Go. Holding on feels safe. Holding on feels like control. But sometimes, holding on is the very thing keeping you stuck. Maybe it's a past mistake. Maybe it's a toxic relationship. Maybe it's the version of yourself you've already outgrown. Letting go doesn't mean losing. Letting go means making space for something new, something better. The truth is, you can't receive with clenched fists. Open your hands, release what no longer serves you. Because freedom doesn't come from holding tighter. It comes from learning to let go. Chapter 9, The Silent Battle of the Mind. The hardest battles you fight are not on the outside, they're in your mind. Thoughts that say, you'll never be enough. Memories that remind you of every failure. Worries that keep you awake at night. If your mind is heavy, your whole life feels heavy. But here's the key. Your thoughts are not facts. You don't have to believe everything your mind tells you. When negative thoughts rise up, challenge them. Replace them with truth. Speak life over yourself. Because once you win the battle in your mind, the outside world can no longer defeat you. Chapter 10. Choosing growth over comfort. Comfort feels good. It's safe, it's familiar, but comfort is also a cage. Growth never happens in comfort. It happens in the unknown, in the risk, in the stretch. Yes, it feels scary to step out. Yes, it feels uncertain, but every breakthrough is born outside your comfort zone. So today, ask yourself, do I want to stay comfortable or do I want to grow? Because you can't have both. And the life you dream of is waiting for the version of you that chooses growth. Chapter 11, How Pain Shapes Power Pain. It's the one thing we all try to escape. But what if pain isn't your enemy? What if pain is the very thing shaping you into who you're meant to be? Think about it. Every scar you carry tells a story of survival. Every tear you've shed has watered the ground for growth. You see, power doesn't come from comfort. It comes from what you've endured. The struggles you thought would break you are the same ones building your strength. So the next time pain knocks on your door, don't run. Listen, learn, let it mold you, because in every pain there is power waiting to be discovered. Chapter 12, The Gift of Failure. Failure feels like an ending, but in reality it's a gift. Every failure is a lesson wrapped in disguise. It's the universe saying, not this way, but keep moving. Think back. The moments you failed, did they not teach you more than success ever did? Failure humbles us, it sharpens us, it shows us where we need to grow. So when you fall, don't call it the end. Call it a beginning, because failure is never final unless you choose to stay down. Chapter 13, Turning Wounds into Wisdom. Everyone has wounds. Some are visible, some are hidden deep inside. But here's the secret, your wounds don't have to define you. They can teach you. They can guide you. The pain you've carried can turn into wisdom for the road ahead. The mistakes you've made can become lessons for others to learn from. So stop hiding your scars. Wear them as proof that you've lived, you've fought, and you've survived. Wounds can make you bitter, or they can make you wise. The choice is yours. Chapter 14, The Courage to Begin Again. Starting over is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of courage, because it takes bravery to admit, this is not the end, I still have more in me. Yes, it hurts to rebuild. Yes, it's scary to face the unknown, but every fresh start carries new possibilities. Sometimes the greatest gift life gives you is a chance to begin again. So if you've fallen, rise. If you've failed, restart. Don't let yesterday chain you. Courage isn't about never falling. Courage is about always choosing to rise again. Chapter 15, Why Discipline Beats Motivation. Motivation feels good. It's like a spark, exciting, powerful, but temporary. Discipline is the steady fire that keeps you going, even when the spark is gone. Motivation will tell you, do it when you feel like it. Discipline whispers, do it anyway. Motivation fades. Discipline builds habits, and habits create transformation. If you rely only on motivation, you'll quit when it gets hard. But if you build discipline, nothing can stop you. So don't wait for the feeling. Decide, commit, act, because discipline always outlasts motivation. Chapter 16, Small Steps, Big Change. We often wait for the big breakthrough, the one moment that changes everything. But the truth is, life doesn't transform in one giant leap. It changes in small, consistent steps. Every decision you make, every habit you build, it adds up. One workout, one page read, one honest conversation. Tiny steps that compound into lasting change. So stop waiting for the perfect day to start. Take the small step you can take today, because small steps lead to big victories. Chapter 17, The Strength of Patience. We live in a world of speed, fast food, fast money, fast results. But true growth doesn't come fast. Patience is strength. It's the ability to wait without giving up. It's the wisdom to know that the best things in life take time. A seed planted today doesn't bear fruit tomorrow. It needs time to grow, and so do you. So don't rush the process. Be patient with yourself, because patience is the quiet strength that carries you forward. Chapter 18, Building Unshakable Confidence. Confidence isn't pretending you're fearless. It's knowing fear is there, but still moving anyway. True confidence isn't built overnight. It's built every time you choose to stand tall in the face of doubt. Every time you keep going when you feel unqualified. Confidence grows from action, from showing up again and again. Even when your voice shakes, even when your hands tremble, you don't need to wait to feel ready. You build confidence by daring to begin. Chapter 19, The Fire of Consistency. Success doesn't come from what you do once in a while. It comes from what you do consistently. Consistency is the fire that keeps your dreams alive. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up daily, especially when you don't feel like it. Do it tired, do it scared, do it anyway. Because every small action you repeat shapes who you are becoming. Consistency is the quiet force that turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. Chapter 20, Winning the Morning, Winning the Day. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. A rushed morning creates a restless day, but a morning grounded in focus creates momentum. Winning your morning doesn't mean doing everything perfectly. It means doing something intentional. A moment of silence, a word of gratitude, a step toward your goal. Start small, build your rhythm, because when you win the morning, you win the day. That's chapters 16-20, each crafted to keep the narration flowing naturally, with room for pauses and emphasis. Chapter 21, The Power of Focus. Your energy flows where your focus goes, and if you focus on everything, you'll master nothing. Distractions are everywhere. The noise of the world will always compete for your attention, but the secret is this: focus is a superpower. When you lock in on one goal, one mission, one dream, you multiply your strength. You cut through the noise, and suddenly, what seemed impossible becomes possible. Focus turns effort into impact. Chapter 22, Guarding Your Mind. Your mind is a battlefield. Every thought is a seed. Some grow into faith, others grow into fear. What you allow into your mind shapes your life. The conversations you entertain, the media you consume, the voices you listen to. Guard your mind. Feed it truth, protect it from negativity, because a healthy mind creates a healthy life. Chapter 23, The Gift of Gratitude. Gratitude is more than saying thank you. It's a way of living. When you practice gratitude, even in the small things, your perspective shifts. What once felt like not enough suddenly feels abundant. Gratitude doesn't erase problems, but it gives you the strength to face them with peace. It reminds you that even in the storm, there is still something to hold on to. All waitful finds light. Chapter 24. Choosing faith over fear. Fear will whisper every reason you should quit. Faith will whisper every reason you should keep going. You can't always control fear, but you can choose what you give power to. Faith says, I don't see the way, but I'll keep walking. Faith says, even in the dark, there is light ahead. Fear limits you. Faith frees you, and every breakthrough you've ever dreamed of is waiting on the other side of fear. Chapter 25, Living with Purpose. Life without purpose feels empty. You wake up, go through the motions, and wonder if it even matters. But when you find your purpose, even the ordinary becomes extraordinary. Purpose gives meaning to your pain. It gives strength to your struggles. It gives direction to your days. Your purpose doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be famous. It just has to be true to you. When you live with purpose, every step matters. Every day counts. Chapter 26, The Weight of Comparison. Comparison is a thief. It steals your joy. It blinds you to your own progress. When you measure your life against someone else's, you forget that their story isn't yours. Their path isn't your path. Their timing isn't your timing. Comparison will always leave you feeling behind. But when you focus on your own journey, you realize you are exactly where you need to be. Run your race. Stay in your lane. Your growth is enough. Chapter 27, The Discipline of Saying No. Not every opportunity is meant for you. Not every invitation deserves your yes. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is say no. No to distractions, no to draining relationships, no to the things that steal your energy but don't serve your purpose. Every no makes room for a stronger yes, and your future depends on the yes you protect. Chapter 28, Learning from Failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. Every mistake you've made, every setback you've faced has carried lessons your victories could never teach you. Failure isn't the end. It's a mirror. It shows you what needs to change. It pushes you to grow. So don't run from failure. Learn from it, because every failure brings you one step closer to your breakthrough. Chapter 29, The Courage to Begin Again. Sometimes life knocks you down so hard, you wonder if you can rise again. But courage isn't about never falling. It's about rising each time you do. Starting over is not weakness, it's strength. It's proof that your spirit is stronger than your setbacks. You can always begin again. And this time, you rise wiser, stronger, and unstoppable. Chapter 30, Creating a Legacy. One day, your name will be spoken in rooms you'll never enter. One day, your choices will echo in lives you may never meet. That is legacy. Legacy isn't just about wealth or fame. It's about the lives you impact, the love you give, the wisdom you pass down. Your legacy is being written right now, in the way you treat people, in the courage you show, in the purpose you live. Live today with tomorrow in mind. because legacy begins with you. Chapter 31, The Quiet Power of Patience. We live in a world that worships speed, fast results, fast success, fast recognition. But real growth doesn't happen overnight. It takes time to build roots deep enough to carry fruit. Patience isn't weakness, it's strength under control. It's the quiet confidence that what you're working on will pay off in the right season. Don't rush the process, trust the timing, because what is slow to build lasts the longest. Chapter 32, Healing from the Past. The past is heavy if you keep carrying it, the regrets, the pain, the mistakes. But healing begins when you stop dragging yesterday into today. You can't change what happened, but you can change how it shapes you. Your past may explain you, but it does not define you. Healing is not forgetting, it's choosing to move forward anyway. Release the weight. Step into freedom. Your future is waiting. Chapter 33, The Strength of Consistency. Big dreams are built on small daily actions. Consistency is the bridge between desire and destiny. It's not about what you do once in a while, it's about what you do every single day. Success is rarely sudden, it's the result of steady, committed effort. When you stay consistent, you prove to yourself that you can be trusted, and that trust becomes unshakable confidence. Chapter 34, The Circle Around You. The people around you shape the person you become. Your circle can either lift you higher or pull you lower. Surround yourself with voices that speak life, with people who believe in your dreams, with friends who remind you who you are when you forget. Your environment matters. Your circle matters. Choose wisely, because the right people can unlock the best in you. Chapter 35, Rising After Rejection. Rejection hurts. It makes you feel unseen, unworthy, not enough. But rejection is not the end of your story. Sometimes it's redirection, sometimes it's protection, sometimes it's preparation for something greater. Every no you face creates space for the right yes, and that yes will be worth the wait. Rejection is not proof of your weakness. It is proof that your destiny is too great to fit into the wrong doors. That's chapters 31 to 35, written to flow naturally when spoken aloud with natural breathing pauses. Chapter 36, The Gift of Gratitude. Gratitude turns little into enough. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already present. When you live with gratitude, you stop chasing happiness in the future. You begin to find it in the now. Gratitude doesn't ignore your struggles. It reminds you there is still beauty in the middle of them. Start small. Name one thing today you're thankful for and watch how it changes your perspective. Chapter 37, The Fire of Determination. When life pushes against you, you need more than talent. You need determination. Determination is what keeps you moving when motivation fades. It's the inner fire that refuses to quit even when everything in you wants to stop. Talent opens doors, but determination keeps you walking through them. If you refuse to give up, nothing can keep you from rising. Chapter 38, Guarding Your Peace. Peace is power. Without it, even success feels empty. Guard your peace like treasure, because it is. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every comment deserves your response. Not every storm needs your energy. When you protect your peace, you protect your focus. And with focus, you can build anything. Chapter 39, The Call of Purpose. There is something inside you that won't let you rest. A pull, a fire, a call. That's purpose. It's not always loud. Sometimes it whispers, but it never leaves. Purpose gives meaning to your pain. It gives strength to your steps. It gives direction to your days. When you follow purpose, life stops being survival. It becomes mission. Chapter 40, Becoming Unstoppable. Unstoppable doesn't mean you never feel fear. It means fear never makes you quit. It doesn't mean you never fall. It means you rise every single time. Being unstoppable is a decision, a choice to keep moving forward, a refusal to let setbacks define you. The unstoppable are not the strongest. They are the most resilient, and resilience is a power anyone can build. Chapter 41, The Power of Self-Belief. No one can believe for you. They can encourage, they can cheer, but self-belief is your responsibility. When you believe in yourself, you unlock courage you didn't know you had. You stop waiting for permission. You start walking in conviction. Doubt will come. Fear will whisper, but self-belief drowns them both with action. Chapter 42, Learning from Failure. Failure is not final, it is feedback. Every failure teaches you what doesn't work. And every lesson brings you closer to what does. Don't let failure make you bitter. Let it make you wiser. The only true failure is refusing to try again. Chapter 43, protecting your dreams. Not everyone will understand your vision, and that's okay. Some will laugh. Some will doubt. Some will even try to talk you out of it. But your dream was not given to them. It was given to you. Protect it, nurture it, build it, because what you carry has the power to change lives. Chapter 44, embracing change. Change is uncomfortable. It pushes you out of what's familiar, but without change, there is no growth. Don't fight the seasons shifting in your life. Embrace them, learn from them, let them shape you into something greater. Change may feel like loss at first, but often it is the doorway to new beginnings. Chapter 45, walking in confidence. Confidence is not arrogance, it is quiet assurance. Confidence is knowing who you are and walking in it fully. You don't need to compare yourself, you don't need to prove yourself. Confidence simply shines, and when you walk in confidence, the world makes space for you. Chapter 46, the strength of patience. Patience is not weakness, it is power under control. In a world that wants everything fast, patience separates the shallow from the strong. Patience is what keeps you planted long enough to see fruit. Don't rush the process. Trust the timing. Your seed is growing, even if you don't see it yet. Chapter 47, rising above negativity. Negativity is everywhere, but you don't have to let it live in you. Guard your mind, guard your heart. Don't let the poison of others' words dictate your path. When negativity comes knocking, answer with truth, with hope, with strength. You rise above not by fighting every voice, but by walking in your own. Chapter 48, living with courage. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is moving forward, even while fear is present. You don't have to feel brave to act brave. Take the step anyway, speak the word anyway, start the journey anyway. Fear loses power when you refuse to bow to it. And every time you choose courage, you grow stronger. Chapter 49, finishing well. Starting is important, but finishing, that's where the power lies. Too many begin with passion, but stop when it gets hard. Finishing well means pressing through the middle. It means showing up on the days you don't feel like it. It means keeping your eyes on the goal until you cross the line. Don't just start your story, finish it strong. Chapter 50, Beyond Limits. This is more than a title. It is a declaration. Your life was never meant to be small, never meant to be trapped by fear, doubt, or failure. You were created for more. Going beyond limits doesn't mean life will be easy. It means you'll no longer let excuses stop you. You'll no longer let fear define you. From this moment on, choose to rise. Choose to walk in strength. Choose to go beyond limits, because the world is waiting for what only you can bring. Final word, beyond limits. You've walked with me through this journey, step by step, page by page, breath by breath. You've faced the wall. You've named your fears. You've discovered the power inside you. And now the choice is yours. To stay where you are, or to rise beyond limits. Listen closely. Your story is not finished. Your future is not fixed. Your life is not broken beyond repair. Everything you need is already within you. Take the next step. It doesn't have to be big. It only has to be yours. Carry this truth with you. You are stronger than your fear, wiser than your doubt, greater than your past. The world is waiting for your light. Don't hide it. Shine it. This is your moment. Go beyond limits.